Let's get under the mountain. Let's get under the mountain. Mountain. Cat. Welcome back to Under the Mountain, an ACOTAR podcast. I'm your host, Frank.
And I'm Lauren.
And today we'll be covering chapter 13 of A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
Lucky 13, unlucky 13. Which one would we say this is?
Unlucky for us.
Now, I have not seen you have such a big reaction to a chapter so far. Maybe even, like, if I'm taking into account the other podcast, with
Really?
Wizards First Rule, I think this might be
My
the
biggest
worst
explosion.
crash out.
I crashed the out on this one.
So he was reading this chapter while we're in bed, and you finished it. He read it before me. You finished it, and I genuinely was like, just, I don't know. I was like concerned for you. I was like, is he okay? Because you like put it down, and you were like, I like actually just can't read this anymore. To the point that I remember being like, do you like not want to do the podcast anymore?
Oh, no.
Because you were going so crazy, but like in a serious way.
Well, there's a lot that I hate about this
I think you were
chapter.
like maybe just in a bad mood, and then this put you over the edge. Like,
Well, it's like, come
you
on.
were not happy.
You know, you have a long day, and you come home and you read this fucking drivel. You know what I mean? I gotta like sit in Feyre's head, being this insufferable.
It was pretty. It's an annoying chapter.
It's an annoying chapter. It's a bad chapter.
Yeah, it is.
Like world building wise, it's just like, okay, sure, you could do that.
We're starting hot out the gate. I feel bad because I was like writing my notes, and I was like, the very first like 3 lines, I've got so many.
I wrote a page of notes on the
Yeah.
first page of the chapter.
Jesus.
Because what the fuck were you doing, Sarah and/or the editor?
And Feyre.
Yeah.
And Feyre.
Oh, don't worry. I got notes on my girl too.
Yeah, it was really
It's nuts.
it was
This is
not
nuts.
good. Okay, yeah. So are you still like okay? So when you crashed out, that was your first time through writing the notes. Are you just as angry?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Because it didn't get better. It only got worse upon speculation and delving. Like nothing improved. It only got worse. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah.
It's a low moment, the lowest moment thus far, I think.
Easily.
Because I suppose the only other moment that we were really like, was like the second chapter with how the sisters were characterized. But this is because we like came around on that via conversation. I'm doubtful.
There's no way we're coming around on this. And also, like, this is supposed to be a high moment. This is what's such a highway robbery too. This story being based on Beauty and the Beast. This is such a peak moment of Beauty and the Beast when she gets to go into the library and you get that like nice like swelling
this isn't
feeling.
her library
I
moment.
understand.
She gets one.
You just gave me the library moment and then shat on it.
Yeah. Well, because it's like, she's not Belle. She's her own
What is she gonna get? A
girl.
fucking paint studio?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I can't.
Yes.
I don't care.
But that's her. Like, I'm saying you can't be like, you can't compare it 1-to-1 because she has that
All right, well,
moment.
let's see how her getting that moment feels too, because I'm sure I'm not gonna like that either.
Okay, sure, but I'm just saying. Yeah, it's such an odd choice. I find
If you're gonna give her that moment, don't do this one too. I know you think you're being cute, like I know you think she's being funny, but from the very first, okay, so like the last chapter ends with the door opening and her stomach churning.
I know. So you're like, oh look, the dungeon exists. He's got some sort of horrible like menagerie of fae. He's keeping like a zoo.
Yeah,
It's just
this
something
is his
scary.
like I don't know, brothel room where
This
just
is
something
his-
like, oh no, like
is
that's
his
a lie.
lair.
No,
I know.
It's the room she asked to go to. What did she expect to be there? Not books? Can you take me to the study/library?
Because I'd like to use books.
Use books. There's books.
I don't know. Like, listen, I understand what she's trying to do. I understand.
What do you get?
Well,
Tell me.
She's trying to drive home how deep the shame goes for Feyre around her lack of reading skills, right? Like, and other things, you know, they're all bundled together. But this one's like a big symbol of her shame of not being good enough, right?
Okay.
So she's trying to show us how viscerally upset she feels even being in the presence of a thing that reminds her that she's bad at something, basically. But I don't... Again, it's too loud. It's too on the nose. It's not really how this works. If you're... I don't know. Shame, to me, has a lot more subtlety.
Of course it does.
It's not just like...
I'm gonna vomit. I saw the symbol of my shame. And I asked to go there.
She did.
So start us off. Tamlin lights some candles.
Yeah. Okay. So they walk into the library/study. We'll get a little bit more on that distinction later. Tamlin waves his hands. Candles in the room light up. Would you say, judging by the things you thought you knew about the Fae, the things you then did were true about the Fae, the things you've seen the Fae doing, the things you know about the Fae, would you have been really shocked that Tamlin can do that? Once you found out he was turning humans into animals?
So when I think about this on a scale that I can conceive of magic, from like D&D, video games.
Yeah.
Illuminating candles is down here.
Yes.
And polymorphing people into animals.
Transforming
humanoids into beasts
is pretty
up
high.
Here.
Yeah.
And he can do that at a whim.
He did it
He did it like last week.
3 to 4 days ago.
So...
Okay, so he lights the candles, and
then we get a little inner monologue.
There's too many things to break down here. She says, whatever Lucien had said about magic being drained and off-kilter thanks to the blight clearly hadn't affected Tamlin as dramatically. Or perhaps he'd been more powerful to start with. More powerful than who? If he could transform his sentries into wolves whenever he pleased. Now, first, I need audience help.
Yeah, break this down. What page did...
Please, if the audience knows...
What page did Lucien
an email comment.
That?
When did Lucien say the magic being drained and off-kilter affected the magic? I literally went back and was like... Going back to every scene I could think of, I read the argument between Tamlin and Lucien. Again, I read Feyre's conversation with Lucien when they were in
the forest.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe it's one of the dinner scenes I didn't go back to. I have zero memory of Lucien saying that, and I couldn't find it. I wish I had a Kindle so I could, like...
Search
Blight, Lucien, I don't know.
Yeah.
So first, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and he said this at some point, and if so... Tell me where.
But clearly...
Tell me where.
It is not that important of a scene, because neither of us remember it. And we do remember her talking distinctly for the first time and after.
About it with Tamlin.
With Tamlin.
Yeah, not Lucien.
So Lucien...
I don't know.
Didn't really say this, I don't think.
Did this happen? Because if it didn't, now we go back to our favorite game. Is Sarah just a bad writer and she forgot that Lucien didn't say this or this scene got cut out of the book but we didn't update this part? Or option number 2, is she making Feyre nuts again? Is she making it that Tamlin said things to her she's attributing it to Lucien because she likes Lucien better right now?
That is actually fucking possible. Because people...
So is number 1.
Number 1 is most likely.
So
number 1 is definitely most likely. Number 2 is, if true...
If true.
Nuts.
Crazy of Sarah, if true. I don't want to give her that credit right now because I think it could be number 1.
People do be acting like that.
No, they do. But again, if that's the case, then bro, you better have a plan for Feyre to get a fucking... I don't even know what the word is. Like, I need Feyre then to be lambasted at some point because you have made your character... pretty fucking crazy over and over and over again in terms of just making shit up. Anyway, I don't know. So either Lucien did in fact say this, I'm just forgetting where. Like I said, Sarah had a scene where Lucien and her talked about it, cut it.
Her and the editor missed it and 10 million copies were made without anyone saying anything.
Or she was thinking, oh, Feyre likes Lucien right now, hates Tamlin, so she's going to...
Positive things got associated with Lucien, like information.
Yeah. Okay, that's not even the whole problem,
That's line 2 of this chapter.
That's one issue, potentially. And then the second issue is, I don't even understand the thought even if Lucien, even if everybody, Alice, Lucien, Tamlin, all three people present in this story, if they had all said to her, the blight's really affecting our magic. Well, you know what you do know? You do know that he, despite the blight affecting his magic, can turn humans into wolves.
At the least.
During the blight.
Yeah.
So why would you be shocked he can light up candles?
It's just a time to talk about it. Oh, he's using magic. So let me talk about other magic. And it doesn't make any sense. The severity of which, if you want, I don't know. And how would you know?
How would you know?
You don't know if, when the blight wasn't happening, he lit the candles crazy good, and now just kind of good. Lighting candles is lighting candles. It wouldn't probably feel like anything different.
If this man has any magic at all, if the blight's happening and he still has maintained a meager amount of magic, which we also just know is not true, because the wolf thing, but I think that's probably the bare minimum type of magic you'd keep, right?
It's a literal cantrip. It's the most basic form of
I almost feel like I could learn how to light a candle through will. I think
quicker than learning to turn a man into a wolf.
That's what I'm saying.
I guarantee
I'm
that.
you know what? If somebody told me they were actually, if you concentrate hard enough, you can light candles in this world right now, I would be maybe you could. Maybe that's true. So yeah, the Fae, that's the bare minimum of what if he can't light the candles anymore, he just doesn't have magic anymore.
Then he's just a guy. He's just a guy with claws.
Holy shit.
We're
that sucks.
Literally third, fourth sentence into the chapter now. You thought before you got here that they from 200 yards away could blow your brain up with a thought. They can't turn on candles? You don't know a god fucking damn thing about magic. You know nothing about it. This is the first time you've seen it, and you're like, I have opinions. Okay, Fedora Feyre.
We have to keep going. So yeah, we start with this thing. She's sweating, looking around, and it almost is so bizarre, the way she's describing her distress about books, that I was trying to be what else? What is causing? I didn't even accept it, I think, till I was part of the way in and she says it, because I was there must be something going on. Why is she so stressed?
I know. But
and there's a little bit of it that's that she's trying to write the letter to warn her family about the blight. So maybe that's part of it. I don't think so. I think it really
shoehorned into. No, it's just seeing books and the expectation of reading, which she can't do. And her palms were sweaty.
Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous.
Okay.
Well, honestly, they are eating sauce
all the time.
So.
Yo, literally. What court would Eminem be in?
I think he'd be in the day court.
Day court.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Day court.
She's looking around at how nice everything in the library/study is. She thinks it's been a week since she's seen her family, and she has to at least let them know she's okay. I agree.
Yeah.
And tell them about the blight. And as we get into this, she does have a thought about it later, but I kept being you can do one. One is stressful and you're trying to hide it, the blight warning. One is very simple, and Tamlin repeatedly is that's fine, we can write them a letter to let them know you're okay. And she, for some reason, just keeps being I gotta do them both. No, you don't. Just tell them you're okay, and then we can later, work on this, okay?
As long as they know you're okay and alive, they'll feel happy. It's she never actually considers them being stressed that she's alive or not. She's always just I need to use that excuse to talk to them, to tell them about a fact that I just learned, and I have no context.
I know.
First off, this blight has been affecting nearby lands for 49 years.
50 years.
It's been decades. And
y'all didn't even notice it.
Y'all didn't know. So if you find out that time is imminent at some point, maybe then you have to get a letter.
Also, we don't even have a sense that if time became imminent, that Tamlin wouldn't be oh yeah, okay, we could definitely warn your family.
We have no clue.
We don't know.
We don't know about that. We don't even know what Tamlin's position in the court hierarchy is yet. She hasn't asked this man anything.
Even though, and honestly, I'm so sorry, but it's so fucking crazy to add the plot point that she truly believes they have to tell her the truth, and not be constantly asking questions. And I get that she keeps being well, they could dodge him. Okay, girl, get clever.
ask more.
What's the harm in asking more questions and seeing what you can find out? They've been weirdly forthcoming with you. And if you believe they are telling you the truth, you should be asking so many more questions instead of rolling your eyes and stomping your feet and pooping your diaper and
3 times.
all of these things. So anyway, so Tamlin says, okay, do you need anything else? Because he brought her where she has requested. She like jerks because he's talking. She thinks to herself, it wasn't entirely my fault that I couldn't read. This feels like fake ass. Like, I don't think you think it's your fault on some level. Like, it wasn't entirely my fault. It was also my sister's and my family's fault.
She doesn't think it's her fault at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Not at all.
Right? Like, I'm just like,
she
you don't
blames
actually
them
think
entirely.
That. Right.
But you had to include that little nugget to be like, I take a little bit of the blame.
Okay, to me, this why she can't read just feels like plot convenience. Like, it doesn't feel like there's a good reason for our downfall. So, like, again, they're rich here.
Yeah.
They're traders. They want to move up in the world. They want to marry their daughters off to people.
Uh-huh.
Before our downfall, my mother had sorely neglected our education, not bothering to hire a governess. I don't know. Maybe there's rich people who would do something like that.
Maybe.
After poverty struck and my elder sisters who could read and write deemed the village school beneath us, they didn't bother to teach me. So, but like, Elaine, the way you've characterized her, wouldn't be willing, like, you have not characterized Elaine at any point as somebody that if Feyre was like, Elaine, I'd really like to read, like, Elaine would be like, ew, no, Feyre. Like, Nesta, sure. But Elaine, you have it. So that seems insane to me.
Yeah, I know. Feyre's the type of girl, though, that'd be like, I can't, I have to hunt. And then Elaine stopped asking, and then...
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah,
if I want,
100%.
like, Papa should have worked harder on that
Everything is Papa's fault, in my opinion.
But...
Also, someone should have hired the governess, but whatever. How old was she when Mom died and Dad's knee got exploded and they had to move out? Was she like 9 or 10?
10.
This girl didn't read before 10?
Because they didn't hire the governess. It doesn't really make sense that Nesta and Elaine, I get that they're a little old, especially Elaine. Elaine's only 2 years older than her. How would she figure out how to read all the way despite the lack of a governess at a young age?
Doesn't really make any sense.
It does, like, guys, I don't know. I'm sure she, like, came up with a little bit more to add to it in some of the later books. But I think at this point, this is just, I really need this protag not to read. I really need her to be distinguished from the sisters.
Yep.
Here it is. Don't think about it too hard. Like, that, I feel confident.
Yeah.
That's all this is.
This was just a softball. Here it is. This is the facts. I just need it to be true.
Yeah. So I couldn't read enough. I could read enough to function, so she can read a little bit, enough to form my letters.
Oh, here we go. But
so poorly that even signing my name was mortifying. The artist?
You know?
Yeah. She can't read. She doesn't know what the letters are, or how to spell, or how to make sounds based on the letters.
Correct.
She can't put pen to paper and make an image. The artist? Okay.
But that,
come on.
I have bad handwriting. I do. It's not good handwriting. I can read and write perfectly fine, but I have bad handwriting. But if I'm trying to draw, I don't speak Japanese.
You could draw the
but
letters.
If you show me the kanji, I'm writing them as nicely as I can, and they look pretty good.
You're telling me... No, if I say I can't read or speak or write Japanese, meaning I can't convey any meaning using the language, that doesn't mean that I can't copy the letters.
No.
Especially if I'm an artist. Anyway, she is too humiliated to ask anyone for help. Typical ignorant human. And Lucien would no doubt burn the letter because he thinks she's a spy. But then she also says...
I know.
...that when she's ready to have the letter she's trying to write delivered, Lucien will probably do it.
Maybe she'll beg him to do it. But I thought he was going to
burn
it.
the letter.
it doesn't make any fucking sense. If you don't think he'll
No,
let
it
you
kind
write
of
the letter...
Okay, it kind of could be, because it's like, she doesn't actually have an emotional response to the letter being delivered, for example.
Yeah.
But she does have a negative emotional feeling about it, someone helping her write it. So
Sure.
that's when she goes, oh, I can't even do that. Here's an excuse. But when it comes to actually having the letter delivered,
She'll figure out a way.
she, like,
it's not-
that's
she
the thing.
doesn't-
She doesn't actually think Lucia's going to burn it. Because otherwise,
But he might, because in the writing it process, because she's
she's just making something up.
really bruised ego.
Because she
about
doesn't
not
want... Do you get what I'm saying? I think the one of
Yeah.
her saying Lucien will deliver it is her true feelings. She actually thinks maybe he will. But then when
Yeah.
she thinks about him writing it, she just wants to come up with a reason she can't ask him.
Yeah.
So she makes something up. Talon's still there in the room, and then it's like getting awkward, and she's not talking to him, and then he's like, all right, I guess I'll go. And whatever, he leaves. I had to take a break before dinner and to sleep, but I was back in the study before dawn. So we like had this whole lead up
And then
to go into the study, and then we don't even know what she did. What'd she do that whole day in the study? I don't know.
looking at books, thinking about books. Fucking do I know.
Hating books.
Sweating a lot.
So she's back in the library early the next morning. She's slowly reading a line in a book, and she's getting frustrated. And she underlines the word position in the sentence. And I guess, you know what the excuse for this thing I'm about to hate is? It's just going to be emotional.
Yeah. Tell me.
No. With a shaking hand, did my best to copy letter after letter onto the list I kept besides the book. There were at least 40 words on it, malformed and barely legible. So you're telling me she can look at a flower and go, okay, I'm looking at the flower. I'm over here. I'm copying the lines. And we're like, oh, pretty good. Looks like a flower. And then she looks at the letter K.
K's hard, you know?
3 lines. And she's like, I can't do it.
What is this runic text?
Why would she not be able to do that?
There's no reason.
Why?
Because she is scared to commit to doing it. That's the only thing. Painting she likes to do because there's no expectation on it.
I wonder, like, at any point are we going to be like, it's just like painting, and she's gonna be like, like everything's gonna shift.
It's like that, yeah, limitless, like, like just IQ numbers are like, oh my god, it's just like when I draw the pistil and petals.
Like she could draw somebody's fucking face, and she's like, the letter L. Is this like, it was inconvenient that the fact that she paints, and I want her to be bad at this, so like ignore it. Or was it supposed to be like, yes, I'm very aware of the irony.
She's just
That's
got
how
cripplingly
emotional she
like,
is
fucked
about
up she
it.
is. Maybe. I don't know yet. I guess we'll find out. I need to compare it to how she acts with painting. Versus
You hear
this.
a lot about it, you know, in terms of, you hear all about her thoughts when she sees this.
So far, her thoughts have
matte
just been,
painting.
I like colors. I like colors. They haven't been like how she would do anything, or there's no process in her mind.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she's painted much, besides the daffodils that look like shit.
Not much. Well, she said they look like shit. We don't actually know.
I guess maybe the handwriting's great too, and she's just so fucking like, you don't know.
I don't know. That's
Question:
yeah.
Are the Fey books handwritten? Do we have the printing press in Prithian?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
But maybe it's magic.
Magic came up
Like-
with fonts.
Yeah, magic. Like you write it once and then you can like take your hand and
You
like,
write it-
scan it, and then you.
You write it in handwriting.
Yes, but then you like imprint it.
Well, that's fine. Well, I'm saying, like, is she copying handwriting? Because that's a whole different thing than like copying stamped text. You know what I mean?
They said she was struggling to draw X's and O's.
You can't get much better than that. That's the
like-
simplest sort of things.
So
2
Feyre-
lines, 1 circle. My favorite part of this list, right, is that she says, I'll look up how to pronounce them later. So this girl can't read,
But like she can kind of.
but she's going to look up phoneticism?
I don't know.
Like the phonics are in a book for her.
Maybe.
There's a Fey
It's gonna say,
pronunciation guide. How are you reading the pronunciation guide? I can't even do that, and I
You
speak English
can't do
fluently.
that.
If you put me in the dictionary with those like rakushka with the lines and all that, I don't know what it means. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like maybe I don't know. Yeah,
You look up the word castle, and it'll be like CA with the line.
I know what you're talking. I know what you're saying.
Upside down E. I don't know what it means.
No, it'll be like CASSEL, and it'll like have some little doodads on top.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. So if I didn't know how to pronounce the word, that wouldn't help me.
I'm just confused. Does she know it's the word position or not? I know she knows. She must know the word position.
If she knows the word effervescent, she knows the word position. But then she speaks clearly with a higher level of vocabulary than she should have.
Why? She can have just a totally normal vocabulary, right? I don't know where she learned the word effervescent, but
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe from mother. I do think like the idea of struggling with this is kind of sad. Although,
of course,
what I'll say,
yeah,
thinking about it because we're reading the Apothecary Diaries, which has a weird amount of parallels with this story, and I feel like it's done so much better.
Great manga.
So much better. And the main character is so much more fun and interesting and flawed, but like in a fun way in that story, right? I feel like it's a kind of a similar setting. She also gets kidnapped. She's in the concubine village, and a lot of the women there have also been kidnapped. And I feel like, granted, it's not the same exact type of setting, but like we're doing an old timey thing. But guess what? They're also living in a really patriarchal human society.
Yep.
And guess what? Most of these women can't read. I don't even think it would be that weird that Feyre can't read.
No.
In terms of like poor human status. But here's the thing. I think nobody hates the poor people more than Feyre does.
Absolutely. That is 100% true.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's why Miss Little Miss, oh, what kind of fae would I be? I wouldn't be the big royal strong ones. She doesn't say, well, what's wrong with not being the best, like the biggest and strongest fae? Of course, that's fine. She says, actually, they are lesser, and I should be the better one.
You probably think I'd be a servant, but I don't think that should be how it is.
Not because servants shouldn't exist, not because, like, there's anything wrong with being a servant, just because, like, ew, me a servant.
You think I should be a servant?
I think her, like, shame out of reading comes out of, I think maybe it isn't that unusual. And she's like, but I'm not like them.
Yes.
I grew up in the big house.
Yeah. So that's extra shameful because I shouldn't be like these poors.
Kinda.
That's her attitude.
I suppose the study was more of a library as I couldn't see the walls thanks to the small labyrinths of stacks flanking the main area and a mezzanine dangling above, covered wall to wall in books. Study sounded less intimidating. Okay, well, we obviously made it exactly the same as the Beauty and the Beast library with the mezzanine up there. Yep. Okay, got it. Study sounded less intimidating. She's just, everything has to be gassing her up, propping up her ego. Oh, if it is a library. It's in fact a library, and this whole time she's just been calling it a study because calling it a library makes her feel not cool.
Yes.
It's like, all right. She walks over to a window overlooking a beautiful rose garden. And she says she would have let herself enjoy the colors, but she gets distracted by a painting. But here's the thing. Would she, though? Because not one singular time have you actually let yourself stand and enjoy a sight. No. Every time, you literally every single time go, no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. It's just funny to me because she can't do it because she has something else she needs to do or wants to do. She's going to say, I definitely would have that time. And it's like, no, you wouldn't have. You would have stood there for 3 seconds and then you would have said, oh my God, wait, hold on.
If only the servants weren't watching. I need to go
look at my letters again. That's more practical. What am I going to do with these roses?
And I understand the source of this thing, right? Like, there is something about a willingness to allow yourself to relax enough to do the thing. Here's the problem. Feyre holds herself to an impossibly high standard for something that is self-inflicted or Nesta-inflicted, whatever she wants to say in her own mind. But no one else cares about.
Yeah.
And she consistently will, be like, if I don't look at it and take it all in and then create a great work of art out of it that I can sell for food money, then was it even worth it? No, so I shouldn't even look at it.
Okay, yeah.
And she's constantly doing that with pleasure. I understand the impulse. Because really all it does, it actually just comes out of fear of being stupid, right? Mm-hmm. It's a fear of wasting your own time. A fear of not being able to show immediate gains from your like
Which
indulgence.
when you're like, yeah, but if you're like starving and stuff.
Totally.
And she has the hatred of it, especially because she feels like Nesta and Elaine were kind of like abandoning her, you know, to starve, I guess, and whatever.
Yeah.
And be in favor of things like that.
Yes.
You know
so
what I
she
mean?
has really maligned it in her head, but she has the pull, just like they do. They just allow themselves to indulge
Yeah.
at the risk of starving.
Which,
They're starving artists. She traded her ability to indulge in pleasurable things for her self-concocted martyrship.
somewhat self-concocted, potentially. I don't know, because I don't know what the fuck is true in this book or not.
Got no clue.
But potentially, I think it's half martyrdom when it comes to this, and half maybe that
Practical.
also is kind of just
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I just thought it was funny that she was like, oh my god, like, you know that thing where like you really avoid doing something and then there'll be like a day where you're like really busy and you're like, oh my god, I totally would have, if I didn't have this thing pop up, I would have done that.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you wouldn't have.
No, you would not.
You know, like,
I know.
oh,
I do
really,
it all the time. I do it all the time.
I really need to clean out the basement, and then it'll be like, you'll get really busy and you'll be like, are you kidding me? Like, I was gonna clean the basement.
This was my day
It's like,
to
no,
clean the basement.
No, you weren't.
And you're like so excited for something else to do sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
And I feel like she acts like that.
Yeah, well, I feel like she's like wants to convince herself, like, yeah, I was gonna do it. Totally.
Yep.
Because conveniently, you're not doing it. So she's distracted by a giant painting
Here we go.
on the wall in the library. She has some like weird commentary that I felt like was some sort of like reflection about herself, about how horrible it was that they've tucked this beautiful, gorgeous, masterful painting back here where like
No one's
nobody's
ever
even
gonna
gonna see it.
This is what kills me, right?
Okay.
So like, you don't like libraries.
Yeah.
Tamlin clearly likes libraries.
Right, it's like-
why are we implying no one's gonna see this?
No, but that's what I mean. Like, in her mind, it's like, well, I hate it here, so surely everyone
shouldn't be
else
here.
hates it in here.
Yes.
So they don't come in here. It's like, how do you know what all the servants hang out in here? I don't know. How do you know who
my
goes in here?
second point is if we hung it above the front door outside, there's still only like 3 Fae around. So like
Yeah, no fucking
nobody's
shit.
seeing this shit in the spring court, period. There's
Honestly,
no one here.
the complaint should be more like, why is there any art in the spring court when nobody's here?
When there's a population of 4 people. Like, actually true.
I told you.
Yeah.
I was just like, at some point you just start being like, I feel crazy because
Wait,
there's no characters in
In the
this
house,
book.
Tamlin, Lucien, Alice,
Alice.
unnamed helper.
Yes.
Outside the house,
Stable
horse
boys.
boys. What's the house they hide out in Harry Potter? Like the...
Grimwald
It's
Place.
literally Grimwald Place. You have like one crotchety house elf and like 2 old people in an armoire, and that's it. Like, we're stuck in Grimwald Place now. Like,
It's so bad.
they're chatting with like old photographs of Bellatrix, and like that's all they got. Like, but we said it's like Disneyland. It's like, all right. Unfortunately abandoned.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And we're
yeah.
not dealing with that. It should be like, where the fuck is everyone? This is weird.
Why do you have this huge library? The house is so big. You've got so many rooms. The lands. You really like.
You got 40 times more staircases than people. Each person could be on a different floor, and they would never interact. So anyway, not enough people to enjoy this mural. Was the word?
But not a painting. Not a painting. It's what is it? It's a mural.
I think it's a mural. I'll take mural. D. Final answer.
Yeah, but this painting, this mural, it told a story with the way the colors and the shapes and light flowed.
And it was the story of ...
Dot.
of Prithian. Double of.
Yeah, I saw people get real heated about the Feyre can't paint jokes.
Yeah.
Okay. My opinion here, let me give my final official stance on the matter.
Okay.
I think that probably intentionally in story, she is supposed to be good at painting, right? Like, I think arguing that she actually in universe isn't is stupid. She definitely is supposed to be. We're supposed to think she is.
I gotta see how she does it. I trust that's true.
You're definitely supposed to think she's good at it.
Yeah.
But so like people get mad 'cause they're like, stop making fun of her. I saw accusations of misogyny being thrown around for these jokes. Okay.
What?
I'm not even...
Okay. Because artists are usually
saying-
men, and she's...
No, I don't
saying
know.
she's
Just saying
bad
Feyre is bad, I guess, is misogyny. I don't know what the implication there
What
was.
if you're saying it?
Me?
Yeah.
I just internalized misogyny, babe.
So...
What are you not getting, babe?
A lot.
Internalized
I'm not getting
misogyny.
a lot.
Okay.
All right? Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm the biggest feminist around, so... Feyre's actually great at painting, and I'll take all your phone numbers now.
Did you know that thinking Feyre is good at painting is actually activism?
Yeah. It's activism.
Thinking Feyre is good at painting is actually activism.
And praxis.
Yes. So, anyway, I saw them arguing this, and somebody made such a good comment that was like, it just reminded me of this tone and shape and whatever flowing through the canvas. They were like, the joke isn't that, like, the joke is almost not even at Feyre's expense. The joke is that we're being told she's such an amazing painter, and the way Sarah writes about how she paints and what she thinks about painting comes across as so incredibly amateur and ridiculous that it's
like her writing,
funny to make it like the only reason she could possibly be thinking in these stupid terms is because
Feyre's
she's bad
actually
at
bad
it.
at- yes.
And like the joke is more about Sarah sucking.
At writing about great art.
Yes,
than-
and I was like, yes, that is exactly the joke. I don't actually think Feyre is bad at painting. In universe, I think that Sarah comes across as like, it's bad. It's really not written well.
No.
It makes me go, ugh, every time I read it.
Have you seen paint? Like, have you... You don't know ball. Like, that's the
Imagine
feeling.
You just go, you're like at the Met and you're looking at, I don't know, you're looking at the water lilies. Is that at the Met or the MoMA? You're looking at Monet and you're like, the colors, the tone, the shape, it's telling a story.
The way the light tells a story.
It's telling a story. Mm-hmm. It's just like, there's like more to it than that. That's like, just like,
You're not saying anything.
I know, you're just not saying it. You're just
You
being
didn't
like,
describe anything about it. You just said...
you're just saying words have
things
meaning.
That words have meaning.
Words that-
Position.
Words in sentences have meaning.
Yep. Color,
Yeah, they do.
Colors being... You're not even describing the colors.
I know.
You said colors. Colors.
You said light. What do you mean?
Light.
What did they do specifically?
What did the light do? What did
with
that
the
mean?
light?
Where's it coming from? What is the symbolism of that? How does the flow
The way
of
the
paints?
shapes flowed told the story of Prithian. What are the shapes do? What are the shapes and what are they doing that
And
told
as
that
far
story?
as I know, the shapes flowing is just like a map, and I can't wait till the battle scene. There.
Stop. Okay.
Let's keep going.
So this map painting.
Yeah.
It's just a map with a little bit of
In
flair.
a hole in the ground, there was a cauldron. That's how it starts.
In the grand night sky.
Sure. Same
There
thing.
was a cauldron.
Yeah.
In the starry night sky,
Wow.
there's a giant, mighty cauldron held by glowing, slender female hands pouring out.
Are the slender female hands in the room with us? Like, what do you...
What do you mean? They're like beautiful fae hands.
Beautiful, slender female... Yeah, wait, it could... They're fae. Like, I don't... You know they're female hands?
That could, yeah, you're so right,
They're
actually.
fae.
They're fae. How do we know they're
Lucian's
female
hands might be the most beautiful hands any human has ever seen.
100 should be.
Should be.
No, they were like, she's just got the most beautiful manicure, and it says, "I am a girl."
This is what is cool about fae.
Correct.
They're just
correct.
agendered hotties.
Yeah.
All over the place. No, female hands. Keep going.
Okay. Pouring out of the cauldron is golden, sparkling liquid. No, not sparkling. Effervescent.
She looked that one up in the pronunciation.
Okay.
Line.
Then there are small symbols in the golden liquid, perhaps an ancient Fey language. Yeah, we have not touched on any of these books potentially not being written in the
Common
common
tongue.
language.
Yeah.
I would think there's going to be a lot of books in there in different languages, let alone, of course, Fey. If Fey language is a thing.
I would think every book in that library is in the Fey tongue, right? Because it's in the Fey
I
lands
would think.
and in an ancient
He'd have
house.
to go show her specifically the little human section.
Yeah, oh,
One
yeah.
would think. Okay, so the golden effervescent liquid is pooling on Earth. Earth?
Hell yeah. It's Earth.
It's Earth. Okay.
It's Earth.
Fascinating.
Yes.
So
Just near South America. Prithian's right next to Brazil. Like, what the fuck?
okay, it's Earth. To form our world, there are depictions of beings who had once ruled over lands that now belong to humans. So what do you think those beings looked like? Beings. So the girl who just entered, like you keep saying, her version of hell, she has entered, or heaven, I don't know, she entered the most magical, mystical land of her life.
Yeah.
Is looking at what she's considering to be like this grand masterpiece. She loves it. She hates it, but she loves it. Like, she thinks it's great art.
Yeah.
And you're seeing depictions of different
beings,
fae that have existed throughout time, and you don't bother to describe them.
Beings.
This book is so like, because it's so like baby's beginner fantasy, it is like allergic to overwhelming you even like 1% with a weird thought. Like, it's just like, oh, explaining something, too many new things. No. Explaining something that could require imaginative thought. No.
Scary. Really scary.
To me, it's so boring. It's so boring.
It fucking sucks. I'm here for weirdo shit.
When I hear Fae, that's all I think. So she shudders, thinking about how Fae used to rule everywhere. They believed the bearer of the cauldron. I want to know, does she actually know this? They believed the bearer of the cauldron crafted the earth and the land solely for them. Is that a real thing? Is that a cradle song? Should we sing about it?
Slender female hands pouring out the cauldron for only Fae. Not humans, they're pigs. That's my song.
But that's the cradle song to teach you.
Yeah.
I would say
it's a little alt rock for the cradle, but that's by Green Fae.
Baby, they don't love you. They believe the bearer of the cauldron only works for them and not for us, baby. Don't trust them. I'm always putting a lesson in there.
No, I'm just doing the hard facts, you know? Like, I'm just stripping a bear and I'm letting the baby decide, you know?
Don't sway
here's
them.
The story,
I think it's propaganda. You are trying to get away from that.
Yeah, a little bit, you know?
Okay.
Trying to give them free thought.
right, that's nice.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I'm curious, like, her saying they believed this about the cauldron, because it sounds like this is the very first time she's taking in the idea of the cauldron. She didn't say, yes, the cauldron, I see. This is the first visual depiction. No, like, she's like, a cauldron is doing this. Like, I don't know. To me, I read it like she was like, I've never seen this or heard of this before. So how she's saying... who knows? I feel like
the painting is so effective. She now knows it to be true.
Cool.
I think that's what she's implying, and that fucking sucks. It's so stupid.
Okay. She says, I suppose we've been low as pigs to them because there are no humans on the map anywhere.
Until the next panel where there are humans.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I know. It's stupid for her to keep thinking these dumb things. And then never to be like, oh, there we are. You know? We're right there. Never mind.
She's like, oh my god, the humans look so pitiful across from these glittering, strong fae with their claws. And she's like, I bet I know how this battle turned out. The smear of black tinged with glimmers of red. There's a map. There's a battle.
A battle, and then a transitionary paint between the next map.
But it's saying the smear of black on the panel beside it, tinged with glimmers of red. So there's a whole panel next to it that's just like modern art, like black canvas with a little bit of red. That's what are you picturing?
I'm picturing like there's a transitionary slate like in between that portrait or whatever, this mural, and the next map. Like there's just like the way it bleeds into the next map is like this smear of black and red.
Well, if anything, you should think the opposite, because it's battle smear of black and red into Fey Lost Lands.
I agree.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. So the first one, there's no humans.
There's no humans. The
Then
Fae
there's a
rule
human
everything.
fight where she's like, surely the humans lost. Then there's a map in which the Fae lost a bunch of land.
With again some little modern art piece right in between. There's another map of the current day.
Yep.
You know how it's all situated. They hadn't bothered painting the southern human lands. I think right now the map she's looking at is not the continent they are on. It's the other continent.
Correct. Yeah.
To the east.
Yes,
yeah.
it's the East Continent. Where she
But it's
wanted
not
to
clear
stay.
because
Yeah.
I'm just assuming you're looking at your own continent. Why wouldn't you
The
be?
humans won most of that continent.
Okay. I knew they were ruled by kings or queens or councils or empresses.
Her notes are just undecided for all those things, so she just listed them all.
Okay.
Or emperors, or god kings.
Which
or
again was my problem with you being like, oh my god, they think? Yeah, because how was all that happening? Anyway, also though, I think it's weird because we gave Sarah an out in one of our other episodes.
Shouldn't have done it.
We shouldn't have done it. We were like when Feyre is on the hunt with Lucien and she goes, there's high ladies. And we were like, why would she even think that? And then we were like, oh, well, like, because where she comes from, things are really patriarchal, so she had never considered. Okay, but she rolled up in here thinking already that there were queens or empresses as an option. So why would High Lady be different to her mind than those things? If you came in and you were like, I've heard the High Fae may have queens or empresses, when Lucien says there's a High Lady, or what did he say? Or she thought like he said there's a woman in charge.
The cauldron or something. He was saying something and like acting like she could hear.
I know, she was like, oh, maybe she's High Lady. Could that even be a thing? Well, you just said that you think that's a thing. You just said there are women in charge, okay?
Inconsistent.
Give me a break. But I'd never seen how much they, meaning the Fae, had been forced to concede to the south and how cramped their lands were in comparison.
Only in that other continent.
Only in the other continent, right. That's what, because I was like, because that...
The humans have like no land to the south here.
Right, so like in one continent, the Fae got screwed,
Yeah.
and then in one continent, the humans got screwed.
Yeah.
Honestly, it seems kind of fair, in a way.
Yeah, really makes me think that battle went 50-50. Though,
Very yin
right?
and yang, am I right?
Yeah.
Our massive island had fared well for Prithian in comparison, because they had got more land. And then she notices, due to the little paintings, that she's in the spring land, because there's lots of little like baby animals
And crocuses.
There's little depictions of spring.
Yeah, all right.
Then she remarks at how ugly and dark they made the wall. Another spiteful touch by the painter. What?
She hates this painter.
And they didn't even list any towns for the humans. Is that why it's Feyre's village?
Listen, maybe.
But here's the thing. I guess you could be cute like that or clever and be like, oh yes, the map in the front of the book is a reference to
that map that you find.
the maps that the Fae made. But I'm always thinking a map in the front of the book is for me. It's for me to educate myself so I can picture things.
Everything's a fucking like psyop with Sarah. It's just like every single bit of it. Like, oh, you get some information. It's like it's from Feyre's. Even the map is fucking Feyre's thoughts.
Then she looks at the other courts. We have autumn. We have summer. We have winter. We have dawn. We have day. And we have night.
Why do we have dawn and day?
I don't know.
This is redundant.
Do you think that there's any... maybe there's like a precedent in like Fae folklore or something?
Maybe.
There could be.
There could be. But dawn and day? Day and night, sure. But why dawn? There's no dusk court.
I did think it was weird too, which was why I was like, it must be like a reference to something.
We'll find out. I don't know.
Are we
I'll
researching
look it
Okay.
up, yeah.
So then we get, okay, so I think I've been on to something. There were things in the shadows between those mountains. Little eyes, gleaming teeth.
Uh-oh.
A land of lethal beauty.
Uh-oh.
The hair on my arms
Oh.
rose.
Oh.
So what did I say? I said the mercenary scar. That she was like weirdly like, I love that. And like she likes creepy little dark, powerful, evil things. She does.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The night court. Clearly titillating.
Yeah, and the spring court to her is like,
This is too nice. I need lethal
I
beauty.
need darkness. And here's the thing. Would love, and will love, because there's still a chance that we're going in this direction, would love the plot to just be that she is like embracing her darkness and being like, I'm a little goth queen and like I want my dark, fucked up romance with my other bad man, and we have this edgy dark side. I just hate how this story, I thought that's what we were doing, so, and I was excited about it, and that it was just like, yeah, it looks dark, but actually
We're from the Night Court, but we're gonna get married at the Dawn Temple.
we're so good.
Our hearts
we're
are pure,
so good.
even if we have a dark and scary exterior.
No, I want to see you guys be like fucked up.
That's what's fun.
I want to see.
That's what's
I
fun.
want her. I want to lean into this. Be like, she's always had this darkness in her soul that this guy's like bringing out of her, and she's like, I'm becoming bad. We're becoming bad.
Aren't we so bad? And then you can surprise him with how bad you can be. And then the darkness of the human heart has equally deep depths to it that the Fae didn't even account for. And
Maybe
blah,
there's
blah, blah.
a lot of subtext in there.
We'll see.
For that,
We'll see.
we shall see.
We're not going down that path currently.
No. In the center of the map, there's a giant mountain. Hey, our namesake's here.
Let's get under the mountain. Let's get under the mountain. Under the mountain. Let's get under the mountain. Podcast. Should I record that? Should that be our
Whoa.
intro?
Yeah, that's pretty.
Let's get under the mountain. Let's get under the mountain. Let's get under the mountain. Mountain. Cat. We gotta work on the lyrics.
Okay, so there's a giant mountain in the center of the map, and that's what we're named after, guys.
Guys, we're named after
Okay.
the center mountain.
And she's like, oh, that looks so important, but they didn't label it because the Fae probably already know what it is, which, yeah, maybe.
No, that's not how maps work. That's not how maps work.
But it's a painting, it's a mural.
Doesn't matter. They labeled the Dawn
Well,
Court. They know what that is.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, they labeled every other court except because I guess they're there? Why would you not label the Spring Court then? And then if you were labeling all the courts, yeah, you'd probably label the mountain.
Yeah. You would. It's like a map of the United States. They're like, oh, we don't label the states. Everyone knows where they're from. That's what maps are.
But it's not a map, it's a mural.
It's a mural of a map.
But if it's a mural, then I don't know why they wrote all the other court names that ruined the mural.
Did they even write the name? Maybe they didn't. Maybe it was just tiny eyes and teeth, and she knew it was the Night Court.
How did she know it was the Dawn Court?
That's a great question. I don't know.
The Dawn Court versus the Day Court. She figured that distinction out. Okay, so she leaves the painting. She goes back to her table. And she's like, I'm glad that I know the lands now. And now I know never go north. Okay. And she what? Go ahead. What does she think next?
Why does Tamlin have kids' books? That's kind of weird. First off, it's not weird. It's a giant library. It's
you
a
described
library.
Such a big library. He probably has every type of book.
It has a labyrinth of shelves.
And 2 stories.
Yeah, I think kids' books should be in there.
She wonders if these are his books from being a kid. Maybe. Could be.
Yeah.
Or if he wants to have kids. Also, maybe. Could be both. Could be one or the other. Could be neither. People collect things.
It's a library.
It's a library.
They don't have to be his personal books. They could just be like the complete set of books available. Because I bought a library's worth of books.
That is the most ridiculous. Like, she's like, it's got a book about geology. You think he's a rock collector? Like, no.
He never mentioned rocks. He never said anything about
He's
rocks
got a book
before.
about marine life. Do you guys think he goes scuba diving?
Scuba court.
Honestly, there should be like
There should be, obviously.
an aquatic court. She just thinks about how much she absolutely hates books. She hates the smell of them. She hates looking at them. Hates everything about them.
Which is funny because everybody likes the smell of books. So it's
I
like
guess
that
it's supposed
thing.
to be funny. To me, it's like
It's a clever inversion of everyone in the world's opinion about the smell of books. Everybody likes that.
So funny. Did you laugh?
No.
Okay. So Tamlin, accidentally
Batman's in again.
scares her again. He says,
I'm Batman. I could help you write to them if that's why you're in here.
yeah, that's nice.
I feel like
She
he'd be a little
jerks
British.
back. She freaks out. And she freaks out that Tamlin may have figured out what she's doing. Now, upon reflection, I think that she's saying...
Who's them? If you didn't dead center nail it, what are you thinking? I guess
we're saying more specifically
about
the blight. But I'm also like, we don't even know if he would be upset about that. We don't even know.
We never
and she
asked.
says it later when she's like, even if I do that, I don't think he'll punish me or anything. Or it's like, okay, so he probably doesn't care. But also, I don't know. It does feel like she's saying, like, he's figuring out that I'm writing to my family. It's like, yeah, he said it. He does, in fact, know that. It's nice of him to offer.
Of course it is.
You're being so weird for not just letting one of them write them a little note to let them know you're alive. It's also you're being so selfish. Again, listen to this. Her shame, she will let her family be like dead ass worried, freaking out.
Yeah, for days now.
For weeks, just so she doesn't have to be a little uncomfortable. She's
aware.
happy to do it. Fine with it.
And she don't care about them. Not really.
But this is what bothers me. Do you know how much more I would like Feyre if Feyre said, and you know why I don't care? Because fuck them. I would like her.
Yeah, but fuck them removes so much of her motivation.
I know.
That Sarah couldn't be bothered to say fuck them.
But it's not, yeah, in a sense. But I feel like she gives Nesta that attitude.
Quality,
so she, like, clearly has the ability.
Or part of Feyre's characterization is that she can't say fuck them.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just don't like it. Like, I know for a fact if she was like, and you know what? They annoy the shit out of me. They were pieces of shit. I don't really care that much. I'm not putting myself through all this shit. Like, I know I'm being a bad person. Don't fucking care. I would kind of be like, that's kind of cool. Or it's, like, definitely interesting.
It's owning your shit, at least.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't like that she doesn't own her shit.
Yep.
She's always acting like, who, me? I'm not doing anything bad.
Look what everything I've gone through so far just to get a little letter out. I need to take weeks to do it.
Literally. So then she says, help. You mean a fairy is passing up an opportunity to mock an ignorant mortal? Okay, I don't feel like Tamlin's even done that once.
No, but you know who has?
Lucien!
King of Cunt, Lucien.
I'm like, it's so crazy. Because I'm like, Lucien has been the biggest dick. And I get it. And she says it later. Kind of the thing I don't like about her, she's complaining about for Tamlin, which is kind of funny. And she likes about Lucien, where I'm like, because Lucien does own his bitchiness, his... I'm a fae, I'm better than you. And she likes that about him. You are bereft of that quality, Feyre. Yeah, I just think it's so interesting because she, like, never puts that... She gets mad at Lucien, but it's just weird. She just projects, like, things Lucien's doing onto Tamlin, where I'm like, has he ever made fun of her?
No.
Never.
No, literally not. But this goes back to the sisters. Like, this is... And I think she likes Lucien because he dishes.
Yeah.
And she needs to be able to, like, be mean and get mean back to feel any sort of, like... She doesn't trust Tamlin because he's not mean to her. And that's fucked up. But
that is fucked up.
Does happen.
I get why she doesn't trust him, like, in a general sense. But I do think that's probably a big part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought it was so weird. I was like, he hasn't done that. Anyway, he says, why would I mock you for a shortcoming that isn't your fault? Let me help you. I owe you for the hand. I think, and I even feel like him saying that isn't, like, I think he would have helped her without the fucking hand. He's trying to, like, feed her all, like, come on, it's okay.
He's massaging her ego. Like, let me in. Like, I'll do it. Like, it's okay.
And then she just immediately
it is a shortcoming.
Lasers into the fact that he said a shortcoming. Is it the best if I was trying to, like, sit there and say the perfect thing? Yeah, maybe you'd be like, oh, that was a stupid thing to say, right?
But he's acknowledging that she views it that
I know,
way,
and she does.
Which she's sweating over it.
Yeah, I know.
She's really upset, and he's like, it's a shortcoming. You can work past that.
Like, it's no big deal.
It's just a little thing. And she's like, a little thing. I'm not perfect.
Nobody thinks is a bigger deal than her.
I know.
It was one thing to bandage his hand, to talk to him as if he wasn't a predator built to kill and destroy. But to reveal how little I knew, to let him see the part of me that was still a child, unfinished and raw. She says she's fine, like, don't help me.
Put her in the dungeon. She'd love it, and you'd get rid of her. It's great for the story.
She'd be like, I'm just doing this all for my family.
I know. Oh, I'm suffering in Prythian dungeons for my family.
You think I've got nothing better to do with my time than come up with elaborate ways to humiliate you?
Valid.
Yeah, valid clap back.
Yeah.
Then she, like, thinks of the smear of paint meant to be the human lens? And she's like, I'm not answering this question. So he's getting upset. Tamlin's getting a little frustrated. He says, like, you'll let Lucien take you out on hunts. And then she says, Lucien doesn't pretend to be anything but what he is, which is, like I said, pot calling, what is it? Pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
He says, what's that supposed to mean? She says, it means I don't know you. I don't know who you are, what you really are, or what you want. But, like, you also do not know any of that about Lucien. None of it.
That's what I'm
You don't know a single thing about him.
She made all that shit up. Clearly she has a concept of Lucien, the limerence of it all.
Wow, you think she's...
Oh, yeah.
She definitely is kind of crushing on him, right?
Well, in a way.
I think a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
He says...
I get it, but...
It means you don't trust me, but, like, it's like, yeah, Tamlin, she definitely doesn't trust you. This is a crazy situation you're all in. How can I trust a fairy? Don't you delight in killing and tricking us? He says, you aren't what I had in mind for a human, believe me. The miscommunication trope of it all makes me want to fucking die. Answer the question, Tamlin. You can be very simple and say, no, not really. I don't do those things. Why? Like, we've been dancing around this the whole time where we keep being like,
yeah.
Why don't you guys just talk about
Your
what is true and what is not true
about the races,
about the Fae and the humans? Let's just do it. She's asking him a really direct question that, I'm sorry, if you do not in fact love killing and tricking humans, you would say, no, shut the fuck up. Why are you saying that?
That ain't me.
But instead, for whatever reason, they just can't have that conversation. So then she's like hearing all these bad words in her head and Nesta's voice, like insignificant, whatever.
Ignorant, unremarkable, proud, cold.
He's like, Feyre, and he like holds his hand out and she just leaves. Okay. She goes back to the library later to get her list of words and it's gone and her books have been rearranged. And she says, that's definitely not Tamlin, probably just a servant. I don't even know why we give a fuck. Tamlin was standing right there. He saw everything you were doing. It's not, you just have a list of random words. What the fuck do you care? And then...
And you threw in the garbage.
She says, just Alice or some other bird-faced servant cleaning up. That kind of feels like a slur.
It is a slur.
Bird-faced servant?
I know. The hell.
Okay. You literally are Lucien, just like on the human side.
Yeah,
and he's got to like just stand on.
I would be a servant. No, I should be like you. And she's right.
She's so, but like seriously, the combo of her being like, ew, servant, I should be a high fae, and then talking about them like this is like, I'm stressed. She's worried he's going to figure out she was trying to warn her family. She says, I doubt he'd punish me for it, though. So, okay, just talk about it, maybe. Maybe I was a fool for not accepting his help in writing letters just to let them know I was safe. I mean, you just don't care about these people, but you won't stop pretending
that you care about them more than your own life. Yeah.
Right. She thinks, again, about how he said not being able to read is a shortcoming. Okay, then she goes on this rant. I've been equally foolish for feeling any pity for him. So, okay, she had a moment where she thinks, maybe I should just let him write this letter. Like, I'm kind of being dumb. And then instead of sitting with that, she says, but you know what's even stupider? That I felt bad for him or ever thought maybe he was okay. For someone I had so stupidly thought would really care if he met someone who perhaps felt the same, perhaps understood in my ignorant, insignificant human way what it was like to bear the weight of caring for others. I should have let his hand bleed that night. Should have known better than to think that maybe there would be someone, human or fairy or whatever, who could understand what I had become these past few years. What about their interaction?
Like, he didn't do anything.
Brought her here.
He did nothing wrong. He was nice. He came in and was like, hey, can I help you? And she was like, no. And he's like, you sure? Because, like, it's okay that you can't write. I'll write it for you if you want to help out, you know? And she was like, literally go fuck yourself. And he's like, all right, bye. I think that's not really nice of you to say that. I don't know why you're nice to him and not me. And she said, he's real. And he went, you know what? Okay. And then he left.
No, he didn't leave. She left.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, why is she... The whole rant specifically is about that he doesn't understand that the weight of caring for others, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like...
When he literally does, and that's what you were connecting over.
And here's the thing. Honestly, he's 500 years old and has, like, a lot of people relying on him. Not 3 people.
More as well. No, technically it's probably like 6 or 7 people too, but...
No, because he's in charge of, the towns and such.
Oh, there are towns?
Yeah, yes.
Wow, I didn't know. I thought the court was just this manor and some woods with pukas in it.
I mean, mostly, yeah, but there are towns.
Great.
She's like, you know what, though? It's worth it for me to be here. I'm going to, like, get some more information about this blight. I'm going to send letters or something home to let them know about it. And maybe I'm going to figure out a treaty loophole anyway to warn everybody.
So a whole chapter doing fucking nothing. She didn't do nothing. She went to the library and sweated and looked at a painting and yelled at Tamlin. So here we are. Now we're actually going to get somewhere.
Okay, so she goes to Lucien's bedroom.
It's sexy.
It is sexy. He sounds sexy in it.
Yep.
The room itself is emphasizing his sexiness. He's getting a sexiness boost.
Yeah, he's
from
in his
environment.
lair and he's getting a +10 to charisma.
Yes.
Just being in here.
Exactly. Okay, she knocks. He says, "Come in, human."
Yeah, hot.
He didn't even see her. She thinks, is it because he can, like, tell from how I breathe, or is it that he can see through the wall with the eye?
I feel like his room is described as like one of those like AI choose your cozy habitat.
Yes.
And it's like the autumn cabin room. Like,
yes, totally. His room looks kind of like hers, but it is bedecked. Colors. Here we go.
Bedecked.
Colors.
Oh, list them out.
In hues of orange and red and gold. It was red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black and ochre and peach and ruby and olive and violet and fawn. That's just for my Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat fans. But it kind of is. Like, she actually is just listing colors out in the same way.
Yep.
So yeah, it's orange and red and gold with traces of green and brown. Okay.
This just goes back to the whole, she can't write this shit, like, at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she says her room is soft, his room rugged. And he has a work table covered in weapons.
Oh my god.
Oh, and he's dressed down. He's just in that sexy white shirt, and he's got his pantaloons, and his hair's down. That's me walking in. I thought we were both...
That's me, and you could be the...
I'm the dogs.
You're the dogs, yeah.
Yeah, we're walking in, we're barking, and
that's it.
And
she didn't need to make him so hot, but thank God she did.
Thank God.
Nothing else is going on here.
Correct. She's like, I don't know why I pictured, like, her closing the door and, like, her hands behind her back, and she, like, leans on it. She's like, haven't seen you in a while. I don't know. That's just what I imagined.
That's 100%
right?
what was described. Haven't seen you around is a crazy thing to say when you've been in the library for 3 days. You haven't been looking for
We don't know how... She's, like, going to lunch. She might be walking about.
True. Yeah.
He's not coming to dinner.
Maybe he's not.
Well, he's not, because he was
been.
at the northern border dealing with some hotheads, okay? Whatever that means.
Yeah.
And...
his hair is unbound like liquid fire.
He says that he heard her and Tamlin fighting, and that he's like, but I'm glad that you said you like me, which is funny, but I feel like he's saying it a little bit.
Yeah, he is.
A little like, glad you like me.
That's very sword under the chin sort of
Sure.
commentary, yeah.
And, I mean, he's got all his weapons right there. You could do it with 5 different weapons.
I wish he did.
Under the chin.
Yeah, just...
He says that she got under Tam's fur enough that he was, like, being a dick to Lucien when they saw each other. And then Tamlin had to leave because there was, like, a disturbance in the Western Forest.
There's 6 people in this house, and they just keep getting called to the cardinal
it's
directions.
just, like, rotating who's leaving. It's just only directions.
That's it.
Well, there's only 2 of them who can go.
Well, there was Andros, but...
Right.
There's no other Androses? They're patrolling the border, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, what's out there in the West? And he says, like, nasty creatures. So you're like, okay, more like bad fae that shouldn't be here. Yeah. She says, this is what I hated. I'm impressed you answered me that much. I said as casually as I could, thinking through my words.
Oh.
But...
hard for her.
But it's too bad you're not like the Suriel spouting any information I want if I'm clever enough to snare you. I don't even get it. She just straight up asks him, like, I don't even get, why are we playing this game? What's the game?
I don't know. I don't know what the game is. I'm at a loss what the game is.
He tells her what she wants to know. I don't know why she has to introduce it like that.
I don't know.
Too bad it's not so hot in here. You had to undress and get in your underwear. I was being really clever. So I didn't, like, I don't.
Yeah.
Here, listen. There's, like, cute ways to do that where you're like, I know I'm asking directly for a thing and I'm just saying it this way to, like, be cutesy about it and sexy.
Yeah.
Then there's, I somehow think me saying it this way will, like, let me backtrack if you say no.
Yep.
There's this thing that people do where they'll, like, say it like that and then not knowing if it's gonna go well. And then if you're like, what? Like, no. They go, I'm just kidding. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? It was a joke. It was a joke. If he got mad, she'd go like, oh my God.
I was just kidding.
I was just
so fucking around.
Annoying.
I thought we could play. I thought we were like close like that, you know?
And I hate that shit.
Disavow.
I'm confused why he's helping her with this. I think it seems insane in a variety of ways. It seems insane in that if he doesn't want her to die, this seems crazy.
Yeah.
To do, especially given it sounds like the surreal's like medium danger, medium difficulty. Probably pretty stupid, probably hard for a human to like fight and deal with. But there are a million other creatures popping up at every second in these woods right now. She's saying like, haha, oh, I wish you were a surreal. And then he's like, I suppose you won't tell me what you want to know. They had this exact conversation about the surreal and what she wanted to know, which was, can I ask the surreal if there's a loophole in the treaty? They had a conversation about it. I know. She was bothering Lucien about it.
I know.
Then heard about the surreal and was like, do you think the surreal could answer that? And he was like, I don't know.
If anyone could, maybe them. Blah, blah, blah.
So why is he acting like he doesn't know what she's about to ask?
Unless there's like a new question that she has that we don't even know about. But if it's just about that,
why wouldn't he assume it's that?
I don't know.
It's the only thing she's ever talked about.
I don't know.
She says, you have your secrets, I have mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So then she's like, if you were a surreal, how would I trap you? I don't know if I need to really get into it because I'm sure she's going to do it next chapter. But it's just like a snare, dead chickens.
Snare dead chickens is basically it, right?
That's pretty much it. He's like, and I'll be conveniently on the hunting grounds, and maybe if somebody screams, I'll come help them, but no promises, whatever. And then he's like, but you can't tell Tamlin because he'll freak out. Which, like, again, though, this is the issue I have. I'm like, yeah, rightfully so. Yeah. Imagine you, like, have some young ward, and she's like, I'm free soloing off a fucking mountain tomorrow. And like,
where's the most dangerous mountain around? Because I'd like to free solo it. And he's like, don't tell your dad, but...
Yeah, I think I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
And if you decide to free solo it, I might be in the neighboring woods.
And
maybe I'll catch you in the fall.
And maybe. According to, like, age gap wise, she's 2 years old.
And so here's the thing, right? She's going to trust him, right? That's dumb as fuck.
Dumb. I know.
He said he doesn't care if she died. He wished he'd prefer that she died.
We're supposed to be like, oh, but the rides, they're good friends. He said he wanted you dead, but then you guys had a few jokes, and now that's over.
But she's
trust him with your life, and
like,
it'll work.
She's not trusting Tamlin this whole time.
I know.
Because there is going to be something about him that is, like, untrustworthy. Mm-hmm. And Lucien, who has said, I want you dead, is actually, he was just joking. She figured that out. Despite the fact that she's dumb as fucking nails.
Yeah.
And she's going to trust him with this. All we know, the cereal could, like, explode when it eats chicken. It could fucking blow up when it eats chicken and be like, Tamlin, I don't know, it was chicken in the woods and you ate one near her and that's it. Like, this could be Lucien's grand plan. And she doesn't even consider it.
I know. But this is the part where it's like, okay, Sarah, like, yes, kind of can be good at, like, making Feyre repeatedly dumb in similar ways, and you're like, oh, it's kind of good, consistent characterization. What doesn't make sense is this big leap, though, right? Where you go, oh, she's good at consistently making her an idiot, making her all of these bad things, but then when it comes to
plot stuff.
When it's micro stuff, she's good at it. But then when you say, from the micro, I can extrapolate out into the macro, that she would also be stupid and bad at things. But that extrapolation does not occur.
And that's stupid because the macro plot line should be based on the individual microcosms that you show.
Yes, they need to be connected.
You need to extrapolate the inner world out for everyone in your book and say, now we have more complicated world.
But, like, yeah, it's just in terms of... you do frequently show that Feyre self-sabotages, can't logic things out, is bad at, like, I don't know, bad at planning, bad at speaking, bad at, like... But then, like you said, like, this being, like, I figured out how to go do this thing, get Lucien to help me, be correct about Lucien being a good guy and having my best interests at heart, etc. It doesn't go with her being as stupid as she is in every other arena.
No, I agree. I can think of, like, off the top of my head, 3 or 4 different ways, not that I would write this book at all up to the point that it's at, but where I would imagine this could go. It's a trap, right? Lucien's setting a trap for her because he wants her dead. Easy first one.
Also
it's a
more
trap,
fun.
And Lucien's going to save her to seem like more of a good guy to her. But it's because he wants to do something down the line. He wants her to trust him. Totally valid, right?
Yeah.
Not a trap, but it goes wrong, and Lucien's not there because he didn't care enough.
I can't remember. That might happen.
All right, that's kind of cool.
That might happen.
He just wasn't there, but then Feyre gets to be her own hero. Blah blah blah. And
I
she
don't
somehow
remember
fights
if he
some immortal Fey
rescues
monster.
her out of this or not. Maybe Tamlin. Actually, I
probably-
feel like Tamlin comes and does it. Right.
Maybe. And then in my brain, Lucien runs to Tamlin and says, all right, you're not going to like this, but I put her in a dangerous scenario. You get to now swoop in and save her, and she'll like you.
Maybe that's true.
Uh-oh.
Maybe
Is
that's
that what
true.
happens?
Maybe that's
He's
true.
like, oh, I forced it. I forced their little romance.
That is possible.
We'll see.
That's very possible.
That's okay.
Like, yes and no. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to ruin it.
Well, no, so let's let it play out.
I don't want to ruin it.
I introduced a lot of concepts. We'll see where it lands.
Yeah, we will see. She says, oh, she's not going to tell Tamlin, whatever. He says, I think I'm starting to like you for a murdering human. Oh. Okay, that's the end of the chapter.
Oh, he gives her a knife, too.
Okay.
He also gives her a knife.
And that's where it ends. Oh my god.
Bad chapter.
We were not happy, were
Lucien sitting spread leg in front of a fireplace is the only redeeming quality for the entire thing. I rate it 3 farts.
we? Chapter 13, worst so far.
Yeah, that was the pits so far.
Not enjoyable. I'm excited for the costume next time.
Tune in next time.
2 weeks and you'll get something really good.
Yeah, just get ready.
Prep your questions.
Prep your chicken buckets.
Prep whatever it is you want to ask this thing. I was irritated reading that chapter.
Yeah, me too.
By a lot.
Yeah, but I'm excited for more. Here's the thing, because this book is not great, but it's fun. Coming on here and discussing, it's a good time.
There's so much to come, you know? There's just so much to come.
Does the population of the spring court increase at all?
At some point.
Oh, thank God.
But it's not even satisfying or interesting, to be honest with you. By the time it happens, and the manner in which it happens doesn't it's like it might as well just not have happened because they're just, they're just bird-faced servants to her. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, yes, but she doesn't care. They don't really add anything.
Well, that sucks.
They just are there.
Okay.
All right. Well, excited to read the next one. Excited to get to the Suriel, who's really an icon in the fandom.
Is that true?
Yeah, you don't know that?
No, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
The Suriel come back?
Yeah.
Oh,
the Suriel is like on all the merch.
What?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this at all.
You haven't?
No.
Yeah,
the Suriel's on all the merch?
Yeah.
All
like
right.
the shirts, the bags. They're buying little Suriel figures to put on their bookcases.
Cool.
I don't feel like the Suriel. I mean, I didn't get far enough into know. Like, I'm like, it's cool, but it didn't really make that much of an impression on me.
Well, that's a bad sign for things to come if that's the mascot and you don't like it.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I like it.
Okay.
It's interesting to me that it's become such a phenomena. I guess we'll decide if we think it's warranted next time.
Yeah, I guess we will.
All right, we will be back. The Suriel will be here live and in the flesh. You guys aren't going to believe your eyes.
No. Don't look directly at it.
I think you can, actually.
I don't know the rule. And thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. See you
Bye.
soon.
Thank